I am going to read page 296, number 23 to you. How much heat is needed to raise the temperature of 50 grams of water from 4.5 degrees Celsius to 83 degrees Celsius? Well, when they're talking about changing the temperature of something, we have to have a formula that involves delta T. That's a change in temperature. And they've given us that change in temperature here. We have a change in temperature of 78.5 degrees C. You can rationalize that out, or you could just look at the math formula behind it. But the important thing to grasp is that it is 78.5 degrees C for delta T. Now that we've covered that, let's talk about what is Q. That means energy. And remember, that's going to be our unknown in joules. Mass we have a little problem with. If you remember the introduction to Chapter 12, we said everything is mass in kilograms, mass in kilograms, mass in kilograms. So when we're talking about heat transfer as well, we need to remember that our mass needs to be in kilograms, so 50 grams over 1 times 1,000 grams for every 1 kilogram. We have 0.05 kilograms. And then that works. Now the last thing we need is C. And C is dependent on the material. I'm going to switch colors here. So, alright, we've got a green color now. And table 12-1 on page 279, and I'll make reference to this in class, is a very important table. It lists the C value for many different substances. I look up water, and it tells me that it's 4180, and the label on that is joules per kilogram per degree C. Or in this case in the book it has, and I'm going to put this in parentheses, Kelvin, because degrees C and Kelvin are the same. So trying to remind you some of the things we talked about when we introduced Chapter 12. So now I fill in the C value of 4180, and the answer to this problem, after all of that being said, it's actually a rather simple problem, but I forgot to write down the answer when I wrote down all of these things to talk about, is 16,406.5 joules. This could be as 16 kilojoules as well if we listed that off. And I want to go back and check this because I didn't write it down, just to make sure I'm not misleading you. That would be terrible of me, and that is correct.